Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tater. Quantum Tater, say hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 4 of Apex. I was a little bit ahead last time, so I got some weird comment diversity, but I wanted to shout out to Lord Chaos, shout out to all the words. Words are hard. Yep. Shout out Lord Chaos, shout out Chad, shout out John. From Space Engineers comments, I really appreciate that. Look at these ankles. Now that is some grip. That is Kung Fu spider grip right there. Let's go ahead and back it up. All right, last time on Space Palsy. You know what we managed to do? We managed to bring us back from the brink of destruction by finding computer components. And so I did a little bit off screen with covering up some armor, replacing some armor blocks, doing some stuff. Anything that is not the color green or white is something I added. I also changed some orientation of that. I had built that last time, I think. I can't remember if I did or not, but I built that, and yeah, I even put a little ice in it so that I could have. I put a bed up here and I put some ice in it so that I could get a thing, and then I also went ahead and made myself a an O2 tank because I knew for a fact that I was going to find a way to dive bomb. So what we got to do today, we've got to honestly, we need to do a couple things. We need to come here. We need to go refinery. We need to slap that down, and then we need to do assembler. We need to slap that down there. And first and foremost, number 8, we need to go ahead and dump all of our stuff back in there. And then I think we're just going to build a regular kind, and we are going to put all that back. We're going to attempt to grab it, and then I think what we're going to do is I'm probably just going to, I think my plan, we might do this right here. We might just, I think the plan right this second is just going to be to slap this refinery down right here. Because we're going to need basically what we need. And I don't know what all we don't have, but there's a lot of it that we don't have. We are going to need to get ourselves, we're going to need to get ourselves quite a bit of things. And because we need to get ourselves quite a bit of things, we're going to have to go do some drilling, some hoping, and some praying. Um, Basically, we need to go get ourselves some materials. I would like to go find silver close by. And so, but we need that online in order to get silver to do silvery things. So that's kind of our goal right this second. Now, because I've got this guy wrapped up and done in a way that I can kind of do some stuff, I went ahead and I put on, I think I did. Yeah, I put on a brake light thing and a reverse light script. So I've got the easy braking script so that we can, I don't know, because I'm that kind of guy, but you can see the computer right there. What we're going to do, I picked up some nickel. There's magnesium up there. Basically what we need to do is we need to find silver. I believe the mod that was causing us issues was easy takeover, and we'll find out over the course of this episode, but I believe the mod that was causing us issues as far as mammals spawning has been resolved. And so my plan in this point is to hunt down silver, and then from silver, basically get that refinery up, maybe get some not so silver materials up and running, and then yeah, that's basically we just got to get ourselves into a situation where we can get some stuff going. Because I need I need silver to get a survival kit, and Lord Chaos mentioned actually really quick. We can do a quick pause. Lord Chaos said basically I need to get some algae farms online. You are not wrong about that. And in addition to the algae farms, we need to get ourselves a survival kit. If I don't have the algae farms, I can't stay alive with food. But if I don't have survival kit, well, I don't know. So I'm glad we found some of the mods and which ones were causing us issues and different stuff like that. Like I said, I know that it was the atmospheric one doing vegetables, and now we've got to worry about um, now we've got to worry about the other things. Let me see what else we got going. I think John Bray also mentioned something about like devs having the ability to mod, and then like when like they give you the ability to mod, but then effectively, there's not a really good way to like upkeep those mods, and that can be kind of frustrating. And like it's great to have the mods, but then it's like, oh, I feel like to some degree, um, they need a better system for sorting mods, like which one may be causing the problem, which may be doing different things, stuff like that, so that when you have an offending mod, it's easier to hunt down rather than unload, load one in, unload, load one in, that kind of thing, because that's kind of crazy. Now, John, I think it was John or Chad, I don't remember. It's been a minute. My brain is a little cooked today. If basically said if the plant looks like it's bigger than your rover, chances are it's not a plant you can pick. So that's how to kind of, that way I'm not like, is that it? Is that one? Is that one? Is this one? So we're going to go on the hunt to see if we can't find ourselves some silver near the surface. We found some nickel and iron. That's good. Actually, that's really good. So this is below the surface. Not super helpful, but you know what? We're going to need it. And then we're just going to see if we can find ourselves some silver and pick up plants and vegetables along the way. Hopefully, so far it's been mostly fruit. I think we found one thing of grain, which is not great, but that's okay. That's all right. We don't need thousands of things of grain. Just got to work through it. Got to go through it. So that's the plan today. Hunt for silver. That's making some components. I'm going to get back and see what we have left, what we need, and then it may be time to start digging up some iron. I planned to turn this into a little rover miner. I still have that idea. Looks like this could be a plant that might be edible. Ooh, it's fruit. I believe it is fruit. It is fruit. So, you know what? While we're doing this, I'm going to pull out my gun. Um, Now, on a test bed, I checked out and I did manage to run into some animals. Um, uh, they did spawn and I think I had the exact same, almost the exact same odds as this one. So it should happen. I don't know what the frequency of animal spawning is. So on the one hand, I guess it's not bad if they're not just overrunning me, but on the other hand, this might be, you know what? We already have a mag. How far are we from the house? 1.8. Okay, we already have a mag mark, so we don't need to mark a second one. But I did see a rock over here, and this one might be silver. If it's silver, we can head back immediately, and then it's really just about worrying about. It's not. It's a mag. Ooh, but it's a mag rock, and that's useful. Um, um. So we did have some wolves spawn. So there's hopefully it's still working. We're gonna see throughout this gameplay. If not, I guess we got to go back in and see if there's any other offending mods. I know they patched some issues. There were some issues with ship tools being on hinges on ships, and then they would. That's a big shadow. Sorry, that distracted me. Ship tools being on hinges, and then they would cause a drift in the ship itself. And so since that was happening, basically, um, kind of like what's causing those problems. Now, I think I would have had the resources probably to get kelp farms up quicker, but I don't right now. If we look at the inventory of my vehicle currently, I've got some kelp crisp, which is only 12 food. That's okay. We've got some fruit we can chow down on, which is useful. Really, this thing's going to need to be able to be charged at some point, and I have not even begun to think about what that's going to look like. So just sort of we're working through it. We're processing the different things and the features and all this stuff, trying to figure out what's going on there. So let me chop this down, and we're going to continue the hunt. I think I might do this in time lapse. And if something exciting happens, that'll be great. If nothing exciting happens, that will also be great. Just means that I haven't re-blown up this ship. Um, Give me your goods. Oh, good. Meal pack. Expired slop. Yep, that, that, that tracks. Um, for every like, I'll eat one expired slop. No, that's not true. I won't. I don't want to die. I'm not trying to restart this mission. Although I did have a thought, like because a lot of the recommendations was like, bro, just restart. Like no one's gonna be mad if you reload or whatever. And I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Maybe we can make something happen magically. We did. We got really lucky. Honestly, we got so lucky. I was pretty sure I was gonna get told that I cheated. I even thought to myself, how can I cheat this? Like, what could I do to make this work out in my favor? And I couldn't really think of a good plan. Like how I could cheese it and get the thing I needed most to drop. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was thinking about it aggressively, and then I didn't have to, and that is incredible because I was gonna feel guilty about it, but also like I was getting my wits in. But I thought like, okay, we'll just pick a ton of fruit. I'll sit here and eat fruit and drive about aimlessly, hoping the computer parts eventually spawn. And with some of those, like you get like what one or two computer components per little small cargo container. So then like, all right, guys, this is unknown signal 7220. Like we finally have 80 computer components. We can now go. Like, so fortunately we didn't have to go through that. And you guys didn't have to watch me suffer, or unfortunately, you guys didn't get to watch me suffer. Depending on, I don't know that I trust how you guys think about that. It's a little column A, a little column B, I'm imagining. So yeah, that was that. And then episode three. So I'd kind of got an episode ahead just because I had done so much troubleshooting with the mod stuff that I was like, oh, I should, maybe I can get a little ahead. And then I remembered that I don't get ahead for specific reasons. But on the last one, and oh, that's very useful. What an excellent place to stop right here. Um, GPS. Cool. I've been active in the like one. I've been trying to make sure that in all of the um, conversations and the comments you guys have been leaving, which I really appreciate, that I've been like talking to you guys there, so that at the very least, if I can't read or note the comment directly on the next episode, I could at the very least respond to you guys. And that kind of happened with this last one. And this is where Lord Chaos was like, "Hey, you might want to get some algae farms up." And then Chad was like, "You're gonna need a survival kit too." I'm gonna need both. I really like. I am pressing my luck, and that will be it, right? I'll be waiting on like the survival kit to spawn or whatever, and a meteor or something's gonna like come out and nuke me, and it's gonna be. We're all gonna weep. I'm gonna weep. You guys are gonna laugh probably. That's the way that I imagine it would go. So, yeah. And then what else? Getting a shed load of algae is still a target. Building an algae farm unlocks next step for, yeah. So, and that's one of the things. I definitely need to get algae on board. Like I said, I'm just going to be chomping on fruit, which is not an excellent way to go about things, but at the very least, I don't know. If Are you guys playing this updates? That's a question. Have you guys been playing any of the Apex stuff? Have you added into your games? How are you liking it? The other part of that, in addition to how are you liking it, would be my question would be, are we putting ooh Iron Rock? Heck yes. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and grab some of this. Are you guys putting the are you putting the algae and stuff or your food on your mini bar so you can just press one to eat really quick? What are you guys doing exactly? How are y'all handling that? Cause oh, I didn't mean to use that much. I'm not trying to use that. How are you guys handling that? Are y'all doing the um putting it on your hotbar and then you're doing whatever, or are you guys doing something different? I would like to know. I'm interested to know what you guys are trying to do. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna build a little ramp down to our car because I want to make sure. Hey, I need that. Hey, get back here. Get back here. Oh, my camera's off just slightly. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Okay, that's probably enough of this. I don't think we need to grab a ton. We're gonna get one more load really quick because surface iron's never a bad thing to have, and I can always, like I said, I plan to turn this into a really cool. It's gonna look like a little crab miner. I'm very excited about it. I want to do it, so yeah, that's on the list. It's just not on the list right this second. All right, so that's iron rock. What do we think that rock is right there? And how come we haven't found vegetables? Somebody in the comments, because I really don't want to drive all the way back to the silver that I did find that one time. This looks like survey says nickel. Yeah, I thought so. That's okay. Still useful. Okay, onward and outward. So yeah, I'm gonna drive around. If I see vegetables, I'll come back and celebrate aggressively. But let me know how you guys are liking the Apex stuff if you're playing with it yet. I do have sun exposure on low, but it's on low, and we're on Earth-like atmosphere. I'm assuming is helping. Um, I don't know how threatening it's supposed to be anywhere but like places like the alien planet and things like that. I've kind of been because of how entertaining it's been. I'm like, oh man, do I really? I want to see. You guys have to let me know because my plan was to kind of get. Oh shit. Ugh. Okay. I need to pay more attention when I'm driving. I've kind of been wondering, like, if I should continue this, like, this episode on Thursdays and then go back to the other one on Mondays. But I'm still also a little bit trying to hunt down which mod is preventing the mammals because I don't, based on the lack of spawn, it still kind of feels like I haven't found it. Or the mods, or the animal spawns are reduced. And I'm not really sure. Does the F2, doesn't F2 look at, okay. Those are just build mods. Those are just those mod settings. Okay, so you can't look at what mods you have installed very easily from in-game. That'd be a neat feature, King. Throw that in there. Allow me to look at the mods that I have. There's also, I don't know if it's part of the radio. Man, I'm just talking. You guys are getting an earful right now. I don't know if it's part of the radio spectrometry mod, but there's a really cool one that works on planets, and basically you have a landing gear. You send it down to the ground, and then you look on the screen, and it points you in the direction of potential ore in the ground. And so it doesn't extend the range too much. Basically, it just allows you to, um, it just allows you to kind of, I don't know. Gonna eat another apple to keep ourselves up. It just allows you basically to move. And this is silicone. We don't need to mark. I don't need silicone marked on the map. This looks like something promising over here. Ice. That's not promising. Magnesium. Nope. Basically, if I can find a rock, that's the kind of mining I want to do right now. So, ooh, a cobalt rock. I don't know if I already have one of these, but we're gonna keep marking them. All right, yeah, you guys let me know. I'm gonna drive around a bit, see if I can find silver. Let's all hope. Although I can't refine it yet, Chad made a point that even once I get even once I get silver, I'm gonna need to have the better refinery. Otherwise, I can't refine silver. And I forgot that the basic refinery can't do that, and that broke my heart a little bit when I read that. So that's why I went ahead and queued up the stuff for a refinery, thinking like, oh well, we'll have to get ahead of that. And here we are, trying to get ahead of it, slowly but surely. But surely. All right, guys. Let's time lapse right about now. Hey, look at that. I wasn't gonna say anything, but look at that. You know what? If nothing else, all this collecting is going to give us the opportunity to build that thing faster, because what we lack in the department for resources, we're gonna go ahead and hop up on here. Oh shoot. All right, let's character inventory, character tools. Now we've got ourselves a better drill, which is that's victory right there. That's no matter how you look at it. That's got ourselves a better drill. We're making progress in ways we didn't know we could make progress. I feel like I've also gone way off track here. Like I'm in a canyon. I don't know that I can get easily back home from here, so we're gonna head back that direction and see if I can't find my way back up. There seems to be a rock I drove by and missed. I'm hoping that it's I don't know that I'm hoping it's silver, but I am hoping that it's something useful because so far we've been fairly unfortunate, and this always makes me uncomfortable. Ugh. It's hard to judge when you're not in first person. Ah, shoot. I did not mean to do that. When you're not in first person, it's hard to judge the exact pitch of some of these things, especially in third person if you're not playing kind of like at this angle. But then I feel like I can't see well enough if I'm not using the camera to pan around. So let's see if this is anything useful. It's not. Dang it. Nickel, why do you look so much like silver? All right. Well, off we go. Let me know what you guys. You know what? I'm gonna try to pick a cool song. or a couple of cool songs. Let me know what you guys think about it for this. I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a little like maybe some xylophone or tambourine. Boom boop 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 boop. You know, like a little bit of chimey chime noise. I don't know. Yeah. Here we go. I can't be positive. I'm back. Ooh, gold and silver. Ah, nearly drove right by it. AGAU. It's in the ground. It's not the most effective place, but we're gonna do a thing. This is the one thing about old school space engineers that it's hard to get through, kind of. Real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pop another fruit ski. I think the silver was this way. The fact that I can't see it on the map is not great. There's a lot of gold right here. That's interesting. I think gold is specifically for... Here, let's get back up here real quick. Okay, so I should see it. Oh, you know what? Let's go see real quick. Antenna. Do I not have an antenna on this? I do. I certainly don't. I was going to say I certainly do, but I don't. So broadcasting on... Where the heck's the hole? That's not good. If you can't find the hole, it's never a good thing. Alright, so if silver is showing, if we're right here, silver is showing directly beneath this. So if I come back right here and it's showing right there, I should be able to go straight. I'm going to cut off instead of this corner here. I'm going to go straight. We're going to crouch. I'm going to drill down to this. I will catch you here in a second because nobody wants to watch this process. Okay. So we found silver and I drew this cockamamie hole, but it's so that we could walk down and I didn't have to fly. So I didn't go straight down to it. And there was an offshoot of our gold hole, which is going that direction, which actually I haven't finished out. But come out right here. We're going to do right here AU, AG, entrance. This is to basically mark out that that is... Oh, I have no idea how much I just got. Did I even get any? I got... Okay, 7. So the reason I do this, because like it's nice to have this other big one, but I need to know where that hole is so when I'm driving over here, I don't just drive directly off into it. And because I've got this down here, I can run down this ramp very easily. That's a deep hole. This is much deeper than I would have preferred, but that's okay. Because now we have silver, we have access, and more importantly, I can go back. We can drop all this crap off. We can see if we can make everything that is necessary to get our refinery up and running. We can do this, and then we get ourselves the silver thing, and then the next step after that is we're going to do one full inventory of silver. The next step after that will be, of course, to get some algae farms online, and that's what we're going to do. In fact, I think we should be pretty good. Although the refinery is a ton of resources, I'm trying to think if I should get the algae farm ahead of time first, like get one up first so it's at least cooking. I don't know. I haven't decided. So a lot. There's a lot to ponder here, but we got ourselves a nice little um, thing. I learned this. I think this is a little tips and tricks from Captain Shack, in which if you are in third person, you just have to get out of there. If you're in third person, you can. Oh gosh, that's hard to walk up. That you mine. It's a little easier to mine downwards and stuff, so that's why third person camera view. All right, guys, let's get back up thing. Let's hopefully nothing crazy happens. Turn off our headlights so we save some energy. I don't know if that actually matters. Get in here. Hit this right here. We're gonna go GPS. The AU silver. This guy is no longer needed because we have the entrance marked very cleanly and plainly, and I'm going to mark that. The AD. This guy here is going to be marked. I want this to be very bright. Like, he's going to be just. Let's do. We'll do like a gold color, so that like it's very clear what it is. All right, we got ourselves some silver. We don't really need gold right this second. Let's figure out which way home is, and let's leisurely, carefully drive all the way back home. I think what I'm going to do is probably stop off at this fun, super fun unknown signal, and then, yeah. Oh yeah, we got plenty of silver now. We're going to get what we need. I'm going to dump this stuff, get the unknown signal, and then I'll pick you up at the unknown signal. Real quick, I want to say that I think it was Chad. Chad said that he had read something about the, um, colorful HUD. I think the colorful HUD or one of the HUD mods was causing interference with something. Something about food, like basically that like it wasn't designed to have the food on it. So I don't think I have that one. I do have colorful icons, which just differentiate like the tools and stuff in your inventory, so they're not all just grayscaped. But I don't think I've used colorful HUDs. So or I turned off the one HUD mod because I knew I had noticed it when I think I logged in another game and I turned some settings to see, and I immediately was like, oh yeah, there's no food here. So even if we turn food on, it doesn't matter. When I did the review, yeah, when I did the review of the new stuff, very first episode of this Apex stuff, I was like, hey, look at this. There's no food bar because of mods. So I'm sure that's been updated by now. I haven't really been tracking that. Some of these mods are very dedicatedly like watched and taken care of by people who are fantastic human beings that love to do stuff like that. I, you know, I think it was Mars. I think it was who was it? I think it was, I want to say it was, all right, let's go ahead and turn you guys off. I want to say that it was, Martian, Engineer Coffee. I couldn't remember your name for the life of me, that channel's name for the life of me. I want to say that he had said he has not once in all of his time of finding this specific guy, found one of these things where it is not completely upside down. Like just turn, ooh, plants. Ooh, and a new welder. What? Oh my God. Hey, Tier 1 Tools, thank you, Clang and Sky Daddies. Um, he was saying that he has not once ever come across that specific unknown signal and it not been upside down. Because it's got a sensor, it runs away from you and says like, oh, no thanks, I don't want to, I'm not your friend. And it tries to like escape. Oh, this fog is not what I want to see. Look, the cargo capacity in this guy is very full. Like I am driving this thing right now is dangerous. Um, but anyways, he said he's never once seen it um, where it's right side up and can actually fly away from him, which is pretty funny because I that's first time or second time I've seen that specific one that I can remember. Like after he said that, I was like, I will make note of that every time I see it because I honestly don't remember how many times I've run into it. Because they got that one and they got the ball one that just loves to run away. Oh, I hate everything about the visibility right now. I see the ice down there, so this should be okay, but this slope is deep enough that if it goes sideways, we're living in it. That's life right there. That's all we got. Yep. Here it. Oh, here it comes. Okay, 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 okay. Yep, yep. Now we're just gonna slowly turn and go towards home. Um, the other question I might have, and somebody can maybe shoot me a comment. Are the animal spawns. Are they in specific locations more frequently? Like if we're in the snow area where you think like, oh yeah, animals spawn near snow. Is that something, are they more frequent there or no? Somebody let me know about that because that's one thing I don't know for sure. Okay, we're gonna pop that in there. More importantly, we're gonna pop this guy because this is gonna be the one thing that we can immediately process a bunch of. Although because we have no wind speed, this is not. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna see. What do I got? Let's do this. Interior. What are they called? They were called. What's the new floor plan? Yeah, these guys. These things have become a new favorite of mine. I think a lot of people. A new favorite of a lot of people's, honestly, because you get these 3x3s, and who doesn't want to spend one token, um, being able to very easily take care of a like put down a sizable chunk of stuff. So I greatly appreciate them. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, let's grab all the crap out of our car. Come here, we can throw this into this, including this guy, which is fantastic, and this guy. And now we can go character tools. I got ourselves a new welder too. Man, coming up aces right now, unless something spawns out of nowhere and murks us, which, you know, I honestly would surprise me 0%. But that's okay. I can't tell if it's nighttime or not, but what I can do is I can place this in here because I don't need to carry it around. It is not nighttime yet. Um, okay. We need a lot of steel plates that we don't have because why don't we have steel plates? Well, because the wonderful things we does. Oh man, we're gonna need those steel plates. We're gonna need this to be powered up. We should have made a battery. We didn't. Lots of regret is happening right now. What can we do? I don't have any steel plates. Just none. I could probably put this in there. I don't need to do that. Don't need to carry that or that. Um, we just have no power. So even if I wanted to do anything, I just simply cannot. Best thing I can do is sit in my car and wait. I think. Let's see. Turn the lights off for a second. I'm gonna catch up once this fog clears because we don't have power right now, and there's not a lot that can be done about not having power. So here we are. We're just gonna wait. I'm gonna use the power of nothing and wait it out. And maybe think about some stuff. I don't know. Contemplate my life choices. I'll pick you up as soon as the fog is cleared or as soon as we get power up and running. I thought that we wouldn't have this issue right this second, but here we are. So, fun times.
2 hours later.
Okay, we're back. We got power. It's clear. So what we're gonna do, uh, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna back into this bad boy right here. We eventually will have a situation where this has a camera on it, so we don't have to worry about that stuff. But for right now, we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. It's like a 30-point turnaround. I think the turning radius on those front wheels is something like 15% or some crazy low number. It's not very high. Okay. I don't think there is a way. I don't think there's a way to make this slope less aggressive. Maybe, maybe, that's not good. We done messed up. It's because of the wheels. Yeah, it's definitely because of the wheels. Cool. Well, that's all right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and this is gonna get raised up. So velocity, gonna this limit should be much lower than that. It should be, what are we at now? We're at like negative 19, so let's do negative 23. Okay, so that's not it. So we need to come here. We're gonna raise this guy upper limit. 37 maybe. And then this guy here, we're gonna go. Okay, it's gonna be, this is a weird one. I'm just trying to get these things just right. We're gonna say, let's say 45. Maybe 45 is the jam. Which means this lower limit should be right about also 45. Looks good to me. Okay, now we're gonna kind of go, we're gonna do a little weird thing here. We're gonna go over 45 for a second so I can, yeah, so I can do this. And then we're gonna take some interior blocks. I actually don't know what to do about these. Oh, you know, I do know what to do about these things because these right here. We do it this, we go and then can I get one more right there? I can, but do I need to? Let's see. Do I have landing gear on the bar? I don't think I do. We're gonna have to grab landing gear really quick. Slept it on the end. I noticed we still have not had the wonderful animal spawn, so we could be in a weird situation where we just don't get animals, and I'm gonna figure that out. But okay, so now if I go this back to 45. Okay, so I made a horrible mistake here, guys. And I was trying to get this thing on a deal where I could park it. And so so we had that situation right there. Well, so here we are. Now we can correct my situation, maybe at least a little bit. Um, and then, all right, now slowly get up on that thing. And then what do we have? We have a connector. We can do this right here. We say switch lock. This is how we're gonna do this for right now. This is should be perfectly lined up. Perfectly lined up, I think. we might be able to. That works. All right, this should now be powering. The good news is this is going to power this. Good-ish news. I don't know if it's it. Good is relative. Is so what we need to do now. Okay, that was a lot. Um, what do we got? We got nothing in there. So let's go ahead and grab these things here. We're gonna see if we can't cook that up to get it able to process the silver because we need that done. That's the next step, man. I got lost in my train of thought there. So basically what I've done is did a I did a switch mode. I did this here so this would stabilize this connector. Obviously I can do hinge lock and hinge lock so that those things are working. And then in production currently we should have a ton of stuff, but as you can see, we are not processing any of this stuff because we're not. So, and this will help effectively see if we can't get the rest of this steel plate completed. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not. Um, but at the plus side, we can give it our best. So that's that. We got to get this thing running. We need to. I'm thinking. So I built these things out of those guys there. I have some greebling on this. I went up so I could potentially put some towers right here. I don't know what kind of block that is. I just don't know for the algae farm. That's the next step. But what we're looking for right this second, and what this needs to be so much higher than it actually is. I think 45 is actually the right maneuver. It's just the problem is I didn't want to fight with it too much longer, so I might set that up off stream. We're just trying to get these things. No, let's do this. We're going to turn you off for a second, and we're going to let the refinery do its work, which it's almost done with. That's not great. That is not great. Vehicle only. That's not great. That's not great. Okay, well now that that's done, you go ahead and I guess turn back on, and we're gonna go get that unknown signal. That's our next step because we don't honestly like we need parts. We don't have parts, so this is gonna be what we got to do while that processes what process everything does. So it's gonna build as much as it can. I am almost out of food, which I love that because I just drove away from all of my stuff. I'm gonna eat those kelp crisp. Get that done. I'm gonna pick up this fruit on the way to that unknown signal. And that way I have food. I'm gonna pretend that I have food because I'm about to lose my bonus. And we're doing so well, and I don't want to like run out of food and then suddenly start dying. Because when you start dying without a survival kit, well then you start over, and we're trying not to do that. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, guys. How far away was the iron rock? Ooh, careful, buddy. How far away was the iron rock? Do we remember? I think it's pretty far away. Yeah, it's not close. I don't. There's nickel and iron right over there. Like, that could be just as useful. Just to bore into the ground over there. I've been thinking about the resource node mod so that we don't have a bunch of holes everywhere, but, like, honestly, what does it matter? Small game. It's not like we're doing anything crazy. I'll pick up that fruit on the way back by. And actually, while we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and gonna eat one, I guess. We'll keep ourselves in the 30s, I guess. It's not, you know, it's not part of the super balanced diet, but we've got something on board. And I think I had some extra food back at the base if it gets real close. Um, I realize I could probably undo the entire. That's probably the right move, honestly. Yeah, when I get back, what we'll do is we'll tear down the O2H2 generator and we'll get that refinery up and running so I can make the silver stuff. Because the sooner I can get that stuff processed and prioritized, the better we are going to be for survivability. Don't be the one that rolls. What do we got? Nothing? I love nothing. Hey, medkit. I currently don't need that, which is beautiful. I do need all of these resources, which is also beautiful. That's weird. I haven't heard any noises yet. So like the music changed, and I'm like, why did the music change? And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, what if it's a wolf? Like, what if a wolf just spawned and didn't howl? That was what I was expecting to have happened. Okay, let's get back here. You know what I need to do really quick? We can have this conversation, but I need to go into. Um, oh, nice. I enjoy that. Now that I'm gonna take this event controller. Actually, if I make this altitude, we're not gonna mess with that just yet. I was thinking to myself, if I take that event controller for the altitude thing, would that have saved my life if I jumped off something and it was like, would it have corrected me in the gyro to keep myself level? Is that what that does? And does it continue to work? Um, 'Cause mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms. We're gonna make some tasty treats. I mean, we got nothing for kebabs or nothing, but we can vegetable kebab, fruit vegetable medley. Um, maybe. I don't know. Sounds alright. I think I'd take a crack at it. I mean, to be honest, I'd take a crack at fried piece of wood if it was fried properly. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go get ourselves some more iron from here, because I think real iron is gonna be better than running all the way over to the other iron rock, which is kind of what I want to prefer, but it's such a long drive, and I'm not trying to have you guys watch me drive that back and forth 1,000 times. Although I would like to see what the ingress and egress of that hill is on that side of the ice lake, because if it is something I decide to go bore out at some point, that's going to be very important. All right, 26 meters right there. So this is my biggest concern right here. I'm going to dig a hole, and then like the wolves are going to be like, hey, you're in a cave just like us, and then face eating. All right, let's get some iron. And because I've got this, the hole's nice, and so we can do this right here. We can do GPS FE entrance. Spell entrance right later. We'll fix it in post. Because nobody wants to have misspelled FE. And then this way, get ourselves some sweet, sweet iron. I think we're getting mostly stone. That's okay. I'm super worried, and every time my dog barks, I'm like, oh god. But so far, no, we're good. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and come to our GPS thing. FE entrance, we're gonna make this guy spelled correctly. Gonna make him red, and we're gonna do that right there, and then we can turn off the nickel iron because I don't need to be able to see it right this second. There we go. We got ourselves some iron. Should I get more? Let's see. How much did we actually pick up? Because if we didn't pick up that much, no, we picked away. We're good. We got enough iron, and if it's not enough, then what we'll do is we'll tear down the O2H2 generator. Once we get that tore down, we can easily go about our business. We'll get another one built up eventually. Hydrogen is much less important in this moment, in my opinion, than having survival kit. So that's my priority. And from this moment, I like color coordinating things. I think I'm gonna make that. Nah, that's fine. That's an okay color. I'm gonna make it a little brighter. But I like color coordinating things just so I can see what I'm looking at when I'm looking at the map. Like, cause there's a lot of things, and obviously, I don't need to have every one of these markers on. In fact, I could probably turn a lot of them off while we're just going about, because we're gonna need two basic resources right now. We've got cargo already on the board. Um, So we don't really need that. Um, I wouldn't mind building another canvas if I'm being honest. Yeah, we're gonna do it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get this thing to tick over just for a second to get it to refill my oxygen level really quick. Do. Once it gets to 100, I'll turn off my jetpack, and then I can refill the bottle, and then come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so then we'll do this. We'll throw that in there, turn that off, get this back, grab this. Come down here, throw those components in. 348. We're moving. We're moving. We're actually gonna get this done. Maybe. I need a better system than what I've got right there, but that's okay. Oh, we're so close. I just need the last little bit. And then the next thing we're gonna put into production, I guess, is an assembler because we can't make the components without that. Oh, crap. All right, what do we got production-wise? We're making those. Why are we making these? We don't need that. Okay, steel plates. Come on, we're so close. Okay, we're just gonna do some hand mining. I'll pick you up once we have all the parts. All right, let's do it. This was a dumb move. Never do what I'm doing. I'll catch you when we get to this unknown signal. We just found another silver and gold deposit. Arguably much closer to the home, but that's okay. The fog and the rain is real. Means we're losing juice. We need to put a battery up. That looks like texture ripping and not actually anything else. Got ourselves an unknown signal. I figured we'd go for this. I drove up the mountain right behind the house. I feel like that was a mistake, but that's okay. Here we are. Mistakes are meant to be made, I guess. I don't know. Hey, another grinder. Hey, kelp crisp. We're gonna go ahead and eat that now. Sustain ourselves on kelp crisps, you bet. You betcha. Beautiful. Alright, let's get back to base. I'll get you. I'll see you when we get there. Get there and park. We are so very close to being done. It is dark though and rainy. We're gonna go ahead and sleep. Get the time to pass. And then I think we're gonna call it after we get this assembler up and running. We get the stuff thrown in it. We're gonna need to make some batteries. That's the next on the list. That's the next big thing. We need one single battery that is not just my vehicles thing. Um, oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I got that stuff. Let's see. We can also do, what do we got? Let's go ahead and just for right now, let's just pull that stuff down again. I guess we're gonna see if we can't get the last. We need like 20 freaking guys. All right, guys. Man, this is rough. This is rough. I'm not talking a bunch. I'm confused. I'm just trying to get this thing across the finish line. You ever just want to do that? All right, that's what we're gonna do. Cross the finish line. So once we get the survival kit up, that's gonna be the big thing. Survival kit up, and then those are the big ones. That's what we need more than anything else. Come on, get those three across the line. Hell yes. Hell yes. Survival kit is all but 6 things away. We are there. We are there. We did it. We did not fail. We've got a respawn point. Yay. Anyone we can do to honor this system? Go down here, text and images. I want to say that it is, what did we decide that one was? LCD wide 4. Add to selection. Boom. Look at that. We got ourselves a survival kit. I love it. I love everything about it. You know what? I don't even care about the last 9. No one cares about that right now. No one. Okay, we did it. That is a wrap. That is what we call um, that is what we call manifesting our destiny, or I don't even know. Okay, so we are very fortunate to basically exist. We have built east-west. So once the thing peaks over the thing, we should have algae farm pretty much in sun the entire time. So that is great news for us. Um, None of this is piped. None of this is ready. We have a lot to do, but we no longer are in danger of imminent death. We've got a survival kit here, which is beautiful. We've got some food in there. We picked up some seeds and things like that. We've got power cooking. We definitely need to 100% put into production really quick. We should go ahead and grab this and say, if you would be so kind as to build me, uh, what is it, 80 power cells? Can this thing not do power cells? Oh no, I'm sorry, basic assembly. We need 80 of these, so let's just go ahead and make 100. Um, we don't have any iron, so that's going to be next round. Next round, we get ourselves a battery on this bad boy. We maybe turn that thing into a miner down there. It's going to be a lot of work, but we have an entrance to a mining spot for iron. We've got an entrance to, we know where an iron rock is. We know where all those things are. Can we wave? No. But you know why? It's because we haven't died, and we haven't died because we've been very, very not at all tragically misfortunate, and then really fortunate. And now we have a survival kit, so now we can die, which is not the moral of this story, but it is the moral that I'm taking. It's the moral high ground of the story, maybe. If you guys enjoyed this, you know what to do. I appreciate you. Comment down below. You guys let me know how it's going. Let me know how you like Apex. Also, let me know. I had one question. I totally can't remember what it was. Let me know if you guys I've looked at the mod list and are also seeing issues with wolf spawning or something like that. And then also, should we go ahead and get a farming system set up? How far should we take Apex? Get the mechanics down for farming, or do we go back to the old series and then look about going to acquire food in the other series? That's the 2025 series is still alive and well. We could easily go acquire some delicious foods for alternate universe quantum tater. Anyways, I will catch you later, taters, and as always, be kind. Bye.